In this video, we're going to look at the many potential uses of social media, and the possibilities really are endless for us in the NHS. So I've got one slide to show you. I'm just going to work my way round this wheel of potential uses, and we're going to start in the top right where we can see creating communities, and it really is a strength of social media to bring people together in one place to talk and engage over a specific topic. If you go onto Facebook, you search for diabetes or heart disease or any other number of topics, you're going to be met with a whole load of groups where people come together to discuss things. And we have the potential in the NHS to both create the groups ourselves, to start those conversations ourselves, or more easily, we can go and participate in existing groups. So I'd recommend you go out and find the groups that are relevant to you and start participating in them. And there are loads out there. Moving around the wheel, the next we've got customer service. And that is a growing issue for the NHS. We're getting more and more people airing their concerns and complaints and giving compliments via social media. And how we respond to that is really, really important. And I'm sure we all do it in our daily lives. I know I certainly do. I'm prone to complain about the trains when they're running late. And I do that often via social media because I know I'm going to get a really fast response and people expect a really fast response. So we need to be mindful of who is saying stuff about us online and how are we going to respond to that? How are we going to deliver great customer service through our social media accounts? And that can be done in a really simple way. I did it myself a few years ago. I had someone, when I was working in an acute trust, someone on a ward had complained online that the nurse was really mean. She wouldn't even give her a pen to do her crossword. And I saw this and I just thought, well, you know what? I've got a spare 2 minutes. I'll take a pen up to that person on the ward. And they were over the moon, and then they tweeted about how delighted they were with this approach that I'd taken. So customer service, when done right online and on social media in particular, can be really powerful. So that's a great use of social media. Moving around, we've got the obvious one. Social media is a great tool for sharing information. It could be information about the latest campaign that you've got going on, encouraging people to have their flu jabs, encouraging staff to take the staff survey. Could be around promoting campaigns. It could be about sharing information about what's going on in the organisation. Is there norovirus at the moment or something like that you want people to avoid coming in? So it could be about sharing useful information about services. Either way, social media is a great tool for that because it can reach such a huge number of people. Moving around the wheel then, we've got build relationships. And that is an often untapped resource with social media. It gives us the potential to connect with lots and lots of people that we otherwise might not have had that direct route to. And that could be building relationships with colleagues, it could be building relationships with service users, could be partners, could be other stakeholders, but nevertheless, it's a great way to contact with people and to actually connect with those individuals and build proper relationships. Next, we've got brand management. Now, I don't want to get too much into the specifics of branding at the moment because we're talking all about social media. But if you think about it, all of our services, all of our departments, our organisations, we all have a brand. We all have a set of values that we adhere to, and even our personal brands exist when we're on social media. What we say, what we do, the images we post, the videos we post, they all say something about us. They all reflect on us. And so what we're posting on social media, what we're sharing on social media, adds to that brand. It adds to the perception of our service, of our trust, and of us as individuals, potentially. So it can be a really useful tool for shaping your values, for demonstrating those values, so people know what it is you stand for, what it is that you're all about. So it's a great tool for brand management and for creating those perceptions of your brand, be them personal, service, or at trust level. Going around the wheel then, you can definitely use social media for promoting services. If you've got a new facility, a new department, a new clinic running, social media is a great way to get that out there, show the visuals of those brand new, spanking new facilities, show the visuals of these great new staff that you've employed and promote the services through social media. It's a great tool for that and one that's used very, very often. And that's why more and more businesses are getting involved in social media because it's a great promotional tool. Next up, we've got internal communication. Now, in the NHS, we might have been a little bit nervous about using it for this in the past, but we're slowly getting over that hurdle. And it can be used lots and lots of ways to engage with our colleagues. WhatsApp is a great tool for that. Well, I'm sure lots of us have now got groups on WhatsApp where we communicate with the rest of our team, but we could potentially open that up to a wider audience. Some trusts now, which we'll talk about a little bit later on, some trusts now are using Facebook groups for internal communication and things like that. So it can be a great tool for internal communication and engagement with colleagues. Moving around then, we've got crowdsourcing. And anyone that doesn't know what crowdsourcing is, it's basically where you look to understand what the crowd think of a certain idea or situation, and you're looking to get their feedback, their engagement, their ideas on a certain topic. So there are platforms out there that are dedicated to crowdsourcing. There's things called Crowdicity and others where you create a bespoke platform for people to come together, share ideas, share information, and share engagement. But we can do crowdsourcing via social media very, very easily. For example, we might go onto a Facebook group and we might pose a question. What do you think about X? What do you think about Y? What do you think about this new improvement we're about to make to our service? And we can get the crowd, the audience within that group, to comment on that. And what you will have noticed with social media is that comments are often then commented on again, or they get likes, or they get shares. And the most popular comments rise to the top, and the less popular comments go to the bottom. So in a very, very short period of time, you can get lots of ideas, lots of feedback, lots of comments, but you can also see those comments that the crowd, the audience, feel important. So it can be a really great way to get people's feedback on ideas, on concepts, on new developments before you go and take the step of doing them. Last but not least, event promotion. Social media is a great tool to promote events, to create events, and to get the word out about those. They might be anniversaries of services, it might be new service launches, whatever it might be, social media can definitely be used really well to promote events. So there's just a few ideas for how we can be using social media, and there's such diversity out there for how it can be done and how it can be done well. In the next video, we're going to look at some specific examples of how the NHS has really embraced social media to great effect.